Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. As usual, I'm your host Selassie Fiawe. Today we're going to talk about a certain issue that has risen from the performances of the Ghana Black Stars B in the Wafu tournament. Many people, I heard this comment going around and I felt we should discuss it here on the channel. Do the Black Stars B have to form the core of the Ghana national team, the senior team, the Black Stars, in our international tournaments? Following their success historically in this Wafu tournament, they are on their way to winning their third straight Wafu competition. Does that mean they can be successful if they are made the core of the national team, if the spine of the national team is based on them? As usual, I am your host Selassie Fiawe. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I advise you to subscribe to this channel and to click on the notification bell to get more updates. So we all know how well the Black Stars B have been doing at this recent Wafu tournament. They've played 3 games and they have won all 3 and made it to the final, where they are going to face the host Senegal eventually. Their first game was against the Gambia. They won 1-0. Joseph Esso with that goal. Second game was with Burkina Faso, a team they lost to before coming on to this Wafu tournament. They lost to Burkina Faso 1-0 at the Babayara Sports Stadium, but they did their homework, won on penalties, were down by a goal, equalized from Shafiu Mumuni, who has been great in this tournament, and it went to penalty shootout. And Ghana historically have not been great at penalty shootouts, but this team found a way and beat Burkina Faso in that penalty shootout. They moved on to play Ivory Coast just this past Tuesday and they beat Ivory Coast 3-1. Shafiu Mumuni with a hat-trick, the first ever player to score a hat-trick in the Wafu tournament. And it begs the question, don't these players deserve more playing time in the Ghana Black Stars, the senior national team, the Ghana Black Stars? Many people feel those players in the Ghana Black Stars team are entitled to the national team. They don't give their all as they should. They don't die for their national team. Another example is Thomas Partey, who has been playing immensely well for Atletico Madrid this past season and this current season. Many people are wondering what happened to him at the African Cup of Nations. He was a shadow of himself in that competition, and many people are begging the question, do you think the Ghana Black Stars B team should be composed or should be the same as the Ghana Black Stars team? Now, I have a few points I want to address here with you guys, and first of all, before I begin, we have to give kudos to Maxwell Konedu. He has done it. Possibly now he could make it the 3rd one in a row. He did it in 2013, did it in 2017, and now looking to do it in 2019. He has done well. Kudos to Maxwell Konedu. But we have to also know that the Wafu tournament cannot be a basis for calling up only locally based players. Let me get into it. We all know the Chan tournament is much more similar to the African Cup of Nations than the Wafu is. The Chan composes of almost all the best African teams in the continent coming head to head, locally based players coming head to head to meet on the same continent. And unfortunately, in this Chan tournament, Ghana have not been able to make it on the last 2 occasions, and Coach Maxwell Konedu has been in charge of that. Burkina Faso have knocked us out on 2 separate occasions in this tournament, and I think that is one flaw in the Ghana Black Stars B squad that needs a lot of rectifying. Yes, winning the Wafu is no mean feat. Winning any kind of football tournament is no mean feat, but this issue is something that needs to be addressed. Now, the World Cup, the African Cup, needs a lot of players with experience and pedigree, and these players, despite doing so well, have not shown that experience and pedigree. Shafiu Mumuni, we saw him against Ashgold and RS Berkane, and he wasn't great on that night. His team succumbed to a 2-0 loss that eventually meant they were eliminated from the tournament. Shafiu Mumuni has been a shining light, no doubt. He has been immense, no doubt. He's a clinical striker, no doubt. He is amazing and will be a great player, a great addition to the senior national team, the Black Stars. But to say that the Black Stars should be dominated by the Black Stars B is a long stretch in terms of this. Now I move to my next point, and I think probably the quality of opponents in the World Cup, for example, might be too much for the players to take on, and I could be wrong and I stand to be corrected, but the quality of opponents in Europe and other stuff are top notch. You have to bear with me there on that. They are top notch. They are really clinical strikers, so much amazing players that will be faced there. And the Black Stars B have shown they can meet anyone on their day and beat them well. Kestenokra in midfield for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the Black Stars B, especially in this tournament, has been immense. He's been great for them, but do you think the qualities in Europe that will be facing likely in the World Cup would be met by these crop of players? Just a question I'm putting out there, and I think this is a healthy discussion we should have. Do you think really that the Black Stars B can make it past these kind of players when we meet them in the World Cup? Now, South Africa have done it. Some would say they did it in the African Cup of Nations, where they beat Egypt in the round of 16 to make it to the quarter final, and South Africa have shown us that it is possible. They called majority of their players they called out for the African Cup of Nations were locally based players, and my oh my, did they play well together. That is what we are seeing in the Wafu tournament from these Ghanaian players who are playing in this Wafu tournament. And I think that the problem is not with the players, the problem is with us. Once again, that's another problem. We seem to place a lot of impetus on European competitions. Even our own CAF awards focuses on the performances of African players in Europe and not on African players on the African continent. That is one issue that needs sorting out drastically. It needs sorting out urgently, and I think it's one of the reasons why this might never happen. This is one of the reasons why the current Black Stars B team might not form the core of the senior national team, the Black Stars. But do you think it is feasible? Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah were immense in Europe, and they were not awarded. They were not even in the FIFA Best 11. How is that even possible? So that should tell you one thing. Even in Africa here, as I said, we based our performances on those performances of players in Europe. So it's going to take a lot if we want the Ghana Black Stars B to really form the core of the main national team, the Black Stars. Another reason why people want that is because they feel that the Ghana Black Stars B are more hungry to prove themselves in the continent. They are more hungry to prove themselves for Ghana. They are not complacent. They are not entitled. They don't feel entitled to the Black Stars as the other players in the Black Stars team are feeling right now. So the Ghana Black Stars B will be facing Senegal. Now, Senegal beat Guinea-Bissau 3-1. They went on to meet Benin and beat them 1-0. They went on also to meet Mali and beat them 2-0. It was going to be a tough final for the Ghana Black Stars B. Senegal are at home, you have to remember. On Sunday, they will be playing the Ghana Black Stars B in this final of the tournament to determine who will win the CHAN 2020. Who do you think will win it? Many people are rooting for the Ghana Black Stars B, but we should not ignore that Senegal are the hosts and the fans will be the necessary 12th man they probably will use to win this trophy. I've been talking to you about why I think or why I feel or whether the Ghana Black Stars B, it is feasible for them to be the core of the senior national team, the Black Stars. Do you think they can form the core of the national team based on what I have discussed so far? First of all, I said Wafu tournament is not something we should base this on, though winning any kind of football tournament is important. The Black Stars have had a lengthy trophy drought heading into 40 years. These people are heading into their third straight year with a trophy for the national team, which is the local Black Stars B. They haven't made it to the CHAN tournament in the past 2 occasions under the same coach who we are praising. So it's a double-edged sword and we should look at it from both angles. And Europeans competition are what we prioritize even here in Africa when awarding our CAF awards than even those performances of Ghanaian players or performance of African players on the African continent. CAF awards are based on performance of African players on the European continent. So unless that barrier is kind of broken, it's going to take a lot of work, and the quality of opponents that will be faced in competitions like the World Cup and the African Cup of Nations, though South Africa have proven to us that locally based players can do the trick, will be an immense task to follow. And the FIFA Best Awards fail to recognize even African players who performed on their continent and that should tell us something. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's feasible? It should be the case, but probably it's going to take a while before the Ghana Black Stars B forms the core of the national team. There was a time in history when that was the norm, when only locally based players were allowed to take part in African competitions, but now it isn't the case. Do you think it is possible? Do you believe it is possible? Let me know your thoughts and why you think it is possible, whether you agree with me and the points I've made in the comments box. I'll see you guys on Sunday when the Ghana Black Stars B face Senegal in the final. Can they win the Wafu for the third time in a row? Enjoy your day.